Hello, Facebook Live. How are you all today? This is Qurrat-ul-ain coming to you live from my personal page. And today we're going to talk about quantum leap. Today we're going to talk about manifesting. Today we're going to unlearn whatever you have learned up until now from manifesting industry. And you're going to see the things you've been doing and it's not working and why it's not working. And it's time to unlearn all whatever you've learned, because obviously if that's not working, that's why you're here. So I am super excited because I'm going to give you my take on it, okay? And you're going to see like how simple it can be to manifest and to create whatever you want from quantum. And it doesn't have to be hard and it doesn't have to be a lot of doing, okay? So let's get started. Okay, if you're watching live, say hi. If you have any comments, put them in the comments. If you don't agree with whatever I'm saying, then you don't have to watch. You can keep doing whatever you're doing and be happy with that. I'm here for those who've been doing all that and it's not working for them, okay? So I have a different approach. I have a different take on it. If you are happy with whatever you're doing is working for you, that's fine. You don't have to watch me. So you can go and carry on doing whatever you're doing. Okay, so that's that. If you're watching replay, you can say hashtag replay. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. And let's get started. All right. So the topic for today's live is how to quantum leap 125K a year to 105K in 30 days. And it's not what you have learned so far from manifestation industry. So we are going to talk about on thinking perspective on this one, and you know what goes on in the head. It's not what you actually do. If you want to create a quantum leap or whatever you want to create, it's like what goes on in your head. We are going to talk about the thinking point of view in this live stream, okay? So it's time to unlearn what you know, because rubbing crystals all day long, journaling 24/7, setting intentions and saying affirmations and putting, you know, fingers everywhere won't get you the leap you want. It won't, hasn't it? Hasn't it? Like, have you got your leap? Have you got your manifestation come true? If you have, then okay, that's fine. And if you haven't, then let me tell you this. You don't need to do all of that stuff, okay? So have you ever been told in fastest, like, in the manifestation program where you have these promises like join my program and you will have your dream life, or join my program and you will have this, that, blah, blah, and you are paying like thousands of dollars and you're being told to do visualize or write checks. Have you written 10K, 20K, 100K checks to yourself? Like, have you written that? I have. I even bought on eBay and bought like fake notes because I was told like, buy fake notes, you will see notes around you and you will manifest money and all of that rubbish, right? So if you have been told, put it in the comments like, yeah, that's me. All right. Okay. Have you been told like, write what you want and then burn all your fears and then heal and then rub and then, you know, or have sex all day or have multiple organism all day, right? Have you ever been told that? So, and then tell me this, like, how long have you been doing all this stuff? Like, how long have you been doing all this and not got what you want? Like, how long has that been? Yeah. And you're fed up now. Like, you're like, I'm done, like, give me something different. Or you're thinking of like, it's not for you. Have you ever been felt like that, right? So I have my notes, by the way, because I don't want to miss anything. So in this live stream, what are you going to learn? You're going to learn what quantum leap actually is, like science-based, fact-packed, mind-blowing. You're going to learn what quantum leap actually is like. It's all scientific stuff. It's not made up, right? And then I'm gonna show you a way where you don't have to do all of that and you can still get what you want very simply. And then I'm gonna give you my story so you can see like how I created things from nothing. And then we're gonna talk about the energetics, like how you can create whatever you want. Like if you want to create money, if you want to manifest whatever you want to manifest, like whatever your heart's desires, whatever your heart's desires. It's not that it's going to work with money only. I've tried it with so many things, like so many things. It works with everything your heart desire. And yeah, I am really, really excited with this, and you're going to learn a lot. So open your mind, open all the windows and all the, this, and then pay attention and then learn. Because you're going to learn something different. You're going to learn something that's going to change your life. Okay. So we're going to talk about now, let me get my notes sorted. Yeah. All right. So what is actually quantum leap, right? Quantum leap is a huge sudden change, huge advancement towards something. Okay. And this could happen for your health, for your wealth, for your relationship, or for whatever you want. Like you can have a huge quantum leap in your health. Like you can go from having so many troubles in your health to have no trouble at all. Like people have healed cancers from this stuff. So, it is possible. So what is the simple definition of quantum leap? Quantum physics says that your mind and matter are so intimately connected that it's impossible to separate the two. Okay? Means matter has a mind and mind is matter, and you can't pull them apart. I'm going to explain more. So if you are to go from, say for example, London to New York in a plane, and we need to know the distance, right? We need to know the speed, and we need to know, so the distance and the speed we need to know. And if we have that in hand, we can predict how much time is going to take us, right? But in the quantum world, it is about the unpredictable. It's about place of uncertainty. In quantum world, we don't know what's going to happen. It's unknown, right? If you know something, then you are going from matter to from knowing to knowing, okay? But if you in quantum world, it is from knowing to unknown. It is like unknown. You don't know what's going to happen. That's the point, okay? That's the main point what people miss. So in quantum physics, it is amazing because when the scientists started studying the very tiny particles and atoms, like electrons and photons, they expected that those particles would behave like planets. Okay, so they would go round and round and round like planets in a particular movement. And then like planets rotate around the sun, right? They thought it was predictable. Okay, it's like, like we know the speed and the distance, so we can know like how long it's going to take, right? So they thought the rotation of electrons and photon is predictable, but it's actually not predictable. So during the experiment, I'm talking about all the scientific stuff first, so it makes sense, and that it's like proven, and I'm not just blabbing. So during the experiment, these electrons and photons started to respond to mind. Okay, so now all of a sudden, the quantum physicist came along to measure the electron, and the electron goes from a wave of possibility, and all the energy collapses into a particle, and is called collapsing the wave function, right? And they saw this happen, and it's actually their own minds were affecting the movement. So as the thing was rotating, whatever they have to do, and when they started looking, it started doing something different. And when they stopped looking at it, then they started doing something different. So then they stepped away to a distance, and then they stopped looking. They no longer look and observe the electron, and it turned back to energy, right? So what they discovered was that our minds are affecting matter. We are creating our own realities every single day. Our thoughts affecting every day, everything around us. Whatever you think is affecting everything around us. Like we know this, that thoughts creates your results, right? Thoughts gives you feelings, feelings give you emotion, emotion give you action, and then action gives you result. So your thoughts are actually creating your reality. And now we know the scientific proof of it. So if you wake up every morning and you do the same thing that you've been doing for the last 10 years, then you are caught up in the predictable world. Like you know you're going to do the same thing tomorrow. You're going to wake up, you're going to brush your teeth, you're going to go have a shower, you're going to go have a breakfast, and then you're going to go take the same train to the same workplace you're going to go to, and then you're going to meet the same people, you're going to do the same work, you're going to have the same lunch, you're going to come back home at the same time, you're going to see the same people in your house, you're going to have the same kind of conversation all over again. And then, like, you predict your tomorrow. What's my tomorrow going to look like? Like, this is how my tomorrow going to look like. Okay? So, your world is, like, you are caught up in the world of predictable, right? If you are doing the same thing over and over again, means being the same person who you were yesterday, having the same thoughts as yesterday, feeling the same feelings as yesterday, doing the same actions. And we're going to pick up the whole thing and we're going to place it on tomorrow. We're going to place it on your future. Your tomorrow going to be same. Your future is going to be the same, right? And that future is going to give you the exact same results what's happening right now in your life, right? Means your future will be same as your past. Because you picked it up from tomorrow, like yesterday, how it was yesterday, and you placed it in the future. So your yesterday and your tomorrow is going to be the same as today. Because the today you created, today you're having right now, is actually you created it yesterday. It's a little bit like but it's very interesting. So if you see your life from the same level of mind, from the same level of thinking, every single day, then you are collapsing the same possibilities into the same realities. Just like you're picking up yesterday and you're placing it onto the tomorrow. So same. Okay? Okay. So, if we teach people to find the present moment, which means like today, which is in the past, present, and to future. So people are usually taking past and placing into the future. If we help people find the present moment, like today, right now, if you can change something right now, what's your tomorrow going to be? Your tomorrow going to start from today. It's going to start from today. So you're going to pick up today and you're going to place up in your tomorrow. But if you're not going to change anything today, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be repeating the pattern of past. Whatever your yesterday was is what your today is what your tomorrow is going to be. Right? So if we teach people to find the present moment, which means this moment right now, in the quantum world, all possibilities exist in the present moment. In the quantum world, everything happens now, right? What you feel now, what you're being now, what you're doing now, what you're thinking now, right? Means now all that you want is here already. If you want something, it's already here. If you want better health, it's already here. If you want better relationship, it's already here. If you want more money, it's already here, right? So what happens? Most people's brain are anticipating the future based on their past thinking. What I just explained it, right? Past experiences, past thoughts, everything past. And they are not present. Like today, if you're sitting on your desk and you're working, what you're thinking about what happened yesterday, like subconsciously. It's not that you want to think what happened yesterday, but subconsciously, that's what's happening in our brain. We constantly going back. You enter the office, you enter your workplace, or you woke up and you come down and you saw people in your house and somebody greeted you nicely and somebody greeted you badly, or something like, why you wake up so late, or why are you going to make your coffee now, or what the hell are you doing? And now you're sitting in the moment and you're doing something work, and what your brain is doing, your brain is thinking the past moment, like what happened, what was happening in the morning, how you were treated, or what somebody said to you. That's constantly playing in your mind. So subconsciously, we live in past. We live in the moment that has gone, because we think about that all the time, right? So our brain is functioned to think backwards like that. Is conscious mind. Consciously, unconsciously, we think like we are thinking about the what happened. So if you go out, if you go shopping, if you buy whatever you had to buy, and you come back home and you're sitting and you're cooking or you're eating or whatever you're doing, you're thinking about what happened in the mall. You're thinking about the things you saw in the mall. You're thinking about the people you met in the mall. You're thinking, if I could buy that, or if I could buy that, or did I buy cheaper, or did I buy expensive, right? You're constantly thinking back, like what happened, what could have happened, and all of that stuff. So your brain is thinking in the past all the time. Now, the future based on, and then so the future, the tomorrow, if you're going to go again to the same mall, you will remember what happened. And then you're going to create the same experience, or you're going to feel the same way, right? So now past thoughts is, so everything past, yeah, when we think in past, like we are not present, we're not living today, we are not living in the moment. So now what you need to do is, we need to train our brain to be in this moment if we want to quantum leap, if we want to manifest faster. And it requires people retreating from their lives, right? And practicing finding present moment and beginning to change their habits and their thoughts and their behavior. You have to be conscious about your subconscious mind. It's like you have to guard your brain, like where is it going, what kind of thoughts coming in, where are you. So it's like when we are driving, our conscious mind, and sometimes we just stopped at a signal and we just come to the destination where we wanted to come, and then we just say, oh, we already here, and you're the one who's driving, and you were like on autopilot, like you were driving the car, but you were thinking, your brain was somewhere else. So who was driving the car? And where were your brain? So you're subconscious. You consciously were thinking about something happened, the arguments you had, or whatever happened in the morning, or what you ate, and all of that stuff. And then your subconscious took charge, and your subconscious drove your car actually to the destination you wanted to go. So now your subconscious is that powerful, right? We have to see that what's happening in our subconscious all the time, right? So however, when you live by and then what happens is, all the time, if you are living by the hormones of stress, right? If you are stressed all the time, which I'm sure people are in this world, like everybody's stressed at some level. Your business isn't working, you're not making money, clients are not getting result, something's happening in the family, you have trouble at work, people not doing what they're supposed to do, and so many things, your health, your relationship, all of that. So people are stressed usually. However, when you live by the hormones of stress, and I'm sure that you know that all that there is all energy, right? Every single thing is energy. We are energy. What we see is energy. What we be is energy. So everything is energy. If you are a student of law of attraction, if you worked in the if you're studying manifestation and law of attraction, you already know that everything is energy, right? Everything is energy, and then there is an invisible field of energy around our body. We know that, right? As a student of law of attraction. When you react to someone or something, you draw from this invisible field, and you don't turn it into, and then you turn it into chemistry, right? Energetic field around your body shrinks if something bad happens. If you're unhappy, if you're stressed, then it shrinks, right? It contracts, it comes back. And as a student of law of attraction, we know that already, like our energy, like we are vibrational beings. So the is like, if you're sad, or if you're fearful, if you're frustrated, your vibration's here. But if you're happy, if you are motivated, if you are feeling love, then your vibration is over there, right? We know that. So I'm not just saying that. It's like research proves that and they have measured, actually they've seen that. So they have measured this vibration, like this energetic field, okay? And then when you're stressed and when you're not happy, the energetic field, it comes back to you, shrinks. And when that happens, you are more of a matter than energy. So you're like a particle and you're not wave, right? Energy is wave and matter is a particle. The particle is stagnant and energy is moving. When you are in a low vibrational state, when you're feeling sad and stressed and unhappy and, you know, all these emotions, you are not energy anymore. You become a particle, stagnant, right? So you are more particle and you're less wave. And matter, so the matter is particle and energy is wave, right? And particle is stagnant or slow and energy is fast and vibrational. And most people, sorry, did you just move that? Okay. And most people try to change their lives when they are being meta. So you're stressed, you're not happy, you're sad, and you want to change life from that moment. Being in that state, being sad, being unhappy, being angry, being frustrated, being anxious. What you are doing is you being matter, so you being a particle and you're trying to change from that place. So you're going from particle to particle, matter to matter, and that's why it does not work. So no matter what you do in that state, it's not going to work. And then what you do is like you're forcing the outcome and you're trying to control the outcome and you are trying to predict the outcome. And people in this state get competitive. They get hold on to, you know, certain things or feelings or emotions, or they cheat or they manipulate or steal because that's the only way they think they can get what they want. Some people who we know, like, they are so, and that's why. That's the reason, right? But in quantum world, when you are truly in present moment, and it has been proven scientifically, like brain scan after brain scan, you forget who you are in real world when you are in the quantum world. Like you forget your past. All past is gone. It's like it's been deleted. It's been erased from your energetic mind, and it's like a brand new slate, clean slate, right? When you truly are in the present moment, you just become a thought, a completely new being in a completely new body. Like you're not that person who you think you are at all. You're somebody different. You're somebody unknown to yourself. You don't know who you are in this moment, in this quantum world. Are you getting it? This is so exciting. So you become a thought alone in a possibility of so many possibilities, right? In the world of possibility, you just become a thought. And the thought could be anything, right? So if you want to change something in your life by thought alone, then you have to become the thought alone. You have to become the thought alone. How can you do that? How can you do that? I'm going to tell you how you can do that. And this is so exciting, guys. I'm like feeling, I'm like buzzing. So, teaching people how to linger in this place of unknown is what begins to change their energy. Like I'm already feeling so exciting and my energy is changing and, you know, I'm getting all these chills and I'm getting all these buzzing. So if you get into that state, right? If you you're already raising your vibration. You already becoming the energy of whatever you want. And whatever you want is like, whatever you want, any thought, right? And it has also been measured, Like, it's not, I'm not just throwing stuff around. It's all been measured scientifically. Okay, and it has also been measured. When a person begins to open their heart, what do I mean by opening their heart? When you are in high vibrational state, when you are like super excited and super happy, what happens? Your heart, it doesn't contract. Like when we are sad, it contracts, but when we are happy, it just expands. It just expands. It opens up, right? It becomes bigger. And then when that happens, what happens is you feel emotion. You feel really high emotion, really happy emotion. You buzz with excitement. You cannot control, you cannot contain that. You're like jumping up and down. So that is an elevated emotion. That is the state where your vibration is super high, right? And that state begins to broaden the magnetic field around your body to 9 meters wide. 9 meters wide. How awesome that is. And now they are more energy than matter. It's like so you're more energy than than matter, right? You're more wave than a particle. And when you are in that state, you can exert better effects on reality. That means that you are more in a state of changing your reality. Okay, so then think of when you open your heart, and you know, this is all science. It's like dropping a pebble in a water. You produce a ripple, right? You throw a stone in the water and then it's going to be a ripple. You drop a bigger stone and you produce a bigger ripple, right? So if you are able to sustain that state of creating bigger ripples, you are keep dropping the same rock over and over and over, and you are broadcasting a signature into the field. Say if you're in a pond and you have like 5-6 stones of same size and same, you know, like same weight and same size and all of that. You throw one, you create a ripple. Then before that ripple stops, you throw another one in. And before that stops, you threw another one in. Before that stops, you threw another one in. So what you're doing, you're creating a series of ripples, right? And the whole ripple effect is lasting long time. It's lasting for longer, right? Now, so that is the signature. That's your signature into the field, into the quantum field. Now, the emotion is the magnetic charge. Your intention, your thought, is the information that carried on that wave, right? So it's like the ripples are the emotion, and the stone is the intention, is your thought. Okay? When you combine a clear intention with an elevated emotion, you begin to produce an effect on matter. So when you have a clear intention from present moment and you have an elevated emotion, what I explained just now, you are going to create change in your reality. You are going to change the matter. You are going to change the particle. You are going to change your world. You see, the thoughts that you think are the electrical charge in the quantum field. Okay? The feelings that you emote are magnetic charge in the quantum field. And how you think and how you feel broadcast an electromagnetic signature that influences every single atom in your life, right? So that's like, instead of placing your past into the future, now you're creating from the present. You're creating from today. And you can do that by changing your thoughts, changing your feeling. And the thought, it sends the signal out, and then the field draw the event back. It's like a satellite. So you become a satellite, like here. You become a satellite and you are giving these signals like boom, 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 and the field is going to bring everything you want. Like, it's going to bring the channel you want. So if you're walking around in your life feeling sorry for yourself and feeling like a victim every single day, you are broadcasting that signature into the field. You are creating that ripple effect. Like feeling sad. So the effect is not an effect in itself, because it doesn't create an effect. It's very low. It's like unknown. It's like not enough. Like, how can I say? It's like very tiny. So if you're feeling sorry for yourself and feeling like a victim, you are broadcasting that signature into the field, and you will create more experiences to suffer. You're gonna have more of that. What you're thinking all the time. You're gonna give yourself more chance to be sad. How crazy is that? And if you are living every day by the hormones of stress and anxiety and depression, and you have no energy, you have like really low energy, like you have no signature in the field, like nothing's happening in the field, then you can't produce an effect on matter, because the stones you're dropping is like a sand. It's like not making any effect at all anyway, right? And life is about the management of energy. Okay, and where you place your attention is where you place your energy. If you are placing your attention, your energy in the past all the time and feeling stressed about it and feel like a victim all the time, like that's your like signature mood, feeling sorry for yourself all the time, being stressed all the time, feeling like a victim all the time. What you are doing, creating more of that. You're not changing anything. You're creating more sadness, more stress, right? So if your attention is on the known, because you know that that's happened, and you know that because you're thinking about it all the time, that is what's going to happen tomorrow as well. So if your attention is on the known and predictable future, or your attention is on the familiar emotions of the past, you are siphoning energy out of the present moment, and you have no energy to create with. It's very tiny, like nothing. It's like a sand. It's not going to create any ripple. If you throw sand in the water, like one particle at a time, is that going to do anything? It's just going to float on it. It's not going to go down. It's not going to create any ripple, right? It's just going to float on it. So getting people beyond their identities, getting people beyond their past, getting people beyond predicting their future, getting people beyond their faces or their everyday life, right? Getting them beyond all the known things is when they begin to make contact with the quantum field. Quantum field is unknown. We don't know what's there. We don't know what could be possible. Like, it's the world of possibility, and we don't know what that is, right? And you cannot enter the quantum as somebody. You already have been. Like, if I want to enter the quantum field, I cannot enter as me, like as I know myself, because I know that I know the possibility of being me. So you have to enter quantum as nobody. As nobody. How can you do that? That's so exciting. So someone who is no one, with no identity, no knowing of your being, you don't recognize yourself. Just be there. Just be there. And then with an elevated emotion, just be there with an elevated emotion. Only then you will be able to create an unknown, a wonderful experience in your life, and it will just take practice. And then, be there I'm gonna tell you how to be there. Like, it's not that I'm just gonna give you this and then I'm gonna bye. So don't worry. I'm gonna tell you how you can do that. But this is all scientific. Now I'm gonna give you my take on it, like how I did that. So you have to enter the quantum as nobody, someone who is no one, with no identity, no knowing of your being. Just be there with an elevated emotion. Only then you will be able to create an unknown, a wonderful experience in your life. And it just takes practice in order for you to do it. It does take practice, okay? Sometimes sometimes very quick, but sometimes you have to practice. But once you've practiced, then it becomes very quick. Okay, so now that was the scientific stuff. Now I'm going to tell you how I did it. So I'm going to give you my story, right? Let me just have a sip of my coffee, which has gone cold. Okay, so I've just learned about this recently, right? When I did all this stuff, I had no idea that this was existed. I had no idea that there was something like law of attraction, manifestation, quantum world, or coaching industry, or any of that thing existed. I had no idea. I was completely cut off with the world of internet. I had no idea that all of this existed already in the same world where I'm living, right? So, when I was 15 years old, one of our family friends got married and they had twins. Since that day, like, I was so fascinated by it. I was like, oh my god, 2 babies at the same time. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I want that. And I was like, I fell in love with this idea of having twins, right? I was just like, that was like my dream. Like, I want to have twins one day. They're so cool, and it's just so sweet, and it's just so awesome. And I was like, and then I got married, and I wanted to have twins because I thought, yeah, now I can have twins. Okay, so I wanted to have twins, and then when I got pregnant, I was thinking, yeah, I'm gonna have twins. And then my first one was a single child. When we found out in the scans, I was like, oh, okay. A little bit disappointing, but okay, it's just the start. You guys will be thinking, oh my god, she's talking about all this stuff, but I want you to see and understand, like, how did this happen, right? And then I'm going to tell you, like, what you can do in your life or whatever you want to create. So my first child is a daughter, and then second one was a son, and the third one was also a son, but he was premature, and then he passed away. And then after that, after 5 years later, I had another child, and it was a daughter. And then, so now in total I have 3 kids, but one passed away. So 4 kids, but 3 kids. And then in 2009, she was born in 2009. So, you know, I still was thinking, like, deeply in my heart, like, I wanted to have twins. Anyway, so long story, what happened was, we were trying, and then because we wanted to complete our family, like, we want to have one more child, and I secretly wanted to have twins. So we were trying, and my health was not well. I was like, I've been anemic since childhood. So I've got sickle cell thalassemia. So that is like, I don't have enough hemoglobin and my red cells are wonky. So 2 problems. And then if you want to be pregnant, like, you have to have your certain kind of hemoglobin levels. And then I had to take loads of iron tablets and all of that medication and all of that stuff. But it was not happening. Like, I was having miscarriages after miscarriages after miscarriages. So I had 4 miscarriages. And then everybody told me, like, you guys have to stop. Like, it's not happening. Your body cannot take it. But I was like, I still wanted to have it. But then it was a point that we were like, as a family, we were thinking about adoption, because we wanted to complete our family, like 4 children, right? It was kind of, you know, something exciting. So we were thinking about adoption. And then what happened is, everyone said, like, you just can't do anymore. Like, your body cannot take it. You don't have enough blood. You don't have enough strength and all of that rubbish. So I'm like, okay, that's fine if I cannot do it. And doctors were like as well, it's just not possible. So, you know, I thought to myself, okay, so if I'm not, it's fine. Like, you know, babies comes from divine. So if that's not happening for me, it's fine. I can have my twins in my brain. I can have them in my imagination. And then I'm like, nobody can stop me having that in my brain. Like, I can have whatever I want in my brain, right? Nobody know that I have them. Nobody can come and take it. And I'm not going to have any more miscarriages, so even better. You guys will think like, oh my god, she's crazy. Yeah, a little bit. Okay. So what I did was, and I did not know anything about law of attraction or anything. Like, I had no idea that existed. Okay, so I was just like, okay, fine. If you say I can't have it, I'm gonna have it in my head. Who can stop me now? Nobody can stop me. So what I did was, I imagined, like, I just imagined that I have twins and I'm a twin mom in my head, and I started playing pretend like a child. So I made it into a pretend play that, and I started living two realities, like today this reality and in my head same time. So if I'm like doing something like cooking or cleaning or whatever in this world, and I'm thinking in my head doing same thing but with my twins in it. So like, it's crazy. When I told my husband, and then he was like, you're crazy, do you know that? I'm like, yeah, that crazy got me my twins. So what happened was, so I did that, and I was really happy and really content with my twins in my brain, right? I was really excited. I was really happy. I was playing with them all the time. I was seeing them, and I was just like, you know, they were there, and like, it was so real for me. So it's like you have your one foot in this room, in this life, and you have your one foot in the other room in the life where you have your twins. So I was like that. I was like in and out, in and out, in and out. And simultaneously, I was living in two worlds. And I'm telling you, it was so awesome. It was like the best experience of my life, right? It was so real for me. It was like so real. And then what happened, I just stopped completely thinking about having any more babies, because I had them in my head, right? And I was really happy there. So what happened was, I missed my period. I'm like, oh, okay. And then 1 week passed, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then another week passed, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then what happened, I'm like, okay, I think I should go and get the test. So I got the test, and then it was positive, and I'm like, oh my god, is it positive? Is it real? Is it real? Oh my god, is it real? Is it real? And then I'm like, okay, don't get too excited, just, you know, just calm down, just breathe. And then I didn't tell anybody, and then 2 more weeks passed, and then my husband was like, did you have your periods? Like, you didn't have your periods, did you? And I'm like, no, I didn't. And then I said, did you get the test? I'm like, yeah, I did the test. And then he's like, oh, was it? It was so exciting. And then I told him, like, yeah, it was positive. And then you were like, yeah. Because what was happening was, every 3 months, like before three months would come, and I would have a miscarriage. So, you know, it was already 2 months had passed. So we said, okay, let's go to the doctors. We got to the doctors, we did all the things, and then we got our scan date. And in my heart, I was still living in my brain with my twins, right? I was like really happy there, and I didn't want it to lose that. But I was excited for this baby to come. And then what happened, like on our 20th week scan, when we went to the hospital, we did the scan. So, you know, they measure your babies, and they take all the measurements, and they write everything. So I was there lying and having all the measurements done. And the sonographer was said, okay, so that's baby number 1 done. Now we're going to do the measurements for baby number 2. And we're like, what did you say? It was like, what, baby number 2? What was that? And I was like, what did he say? And he said, oh, you don't know, you have twins. Like, your doctor didn't tell you have twins. And I'm like, what? I twins. Oh my god. And then and that happened. I did not believe it. I said, no, that cannot happen. Like, we cannot have twins. Like, because what happened was, I've studied, like, if you haven't got any twins in your generation, like, it's most likely that you're not going to get it. So I didn't have any twins in my family. My husband didn't have any twins in his family as well. So it was like no chance genetically. It was impossible scientifically that I could have twins ever. So or he could have twins ever, because it was not in our generations that anybody had twins. So I was like, okay, let's just, it's not possible, so let's just have them in my brain, right? So when they said that we're gonna do measurements of baby number 2, and we did not believe it, I did not believe it, and I was like shaking, oh my god. And then he showed us the screen, and he showed us like 2 babies there, and I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And I was like laughing like crazy, and it was so good, oh my god. I cannot forget that. I just cannot forget that. It was like something impossible. It was like a miracle that had happened. Miracle. Because it was not possible. First, it was not possible because me being pregnant at that state where my body couldn't cope it, like I had no blood in me to create another baby. And it was 2 in there. How crazy nice. And then genetically, like scientifically, our like it was not in our genes to have twins, right? So how did that happen? And I thought that, okay, it was miracle and all that, and really happy, really blessed. We had them. They were exactly like how I imagined them. Exactly. Because I wanted to have boys, 2 boys. And I wanted to have them because you know why I wanted to have 2 boys? You know Harry Potter? I watched Harry Potter, and they had that Fred and George. And I was like, they're so cute, and they're twins. And I wanted to have twins like them. Like, they're so funny, and it's like blah, blah. And then, I remember all my childhood dreams, and I'm a little bit crazy. So when I saw that, I'm like, oh my god, this is so good. And I was like really happy, really excited, and I was like shaking, and I couldn't contain my happiness. It was so good. And then when I had them, they were like exactly the same as I have imagined. Exactly the same. The faces, and and it's just the same thing. So it's just like they came out of my head in my real world. What would you call that? I would call a miracle. I called a miracle, like miracles. It's a miracle, right? It was not possible, but it happened. But now, when I've started this coaching business, and I'm studying all the things, and I'm studying law of attraction, I'm studying manifestation, and I'm studying quantum leaping, and then when I study this, and I'm like, I did this unknowingly. So I already did that. I know how to do that unknowingly. I did this. Same thing. I created from unknown. I become that person I become the mom who could have twins. I started playing with them when they did not existed. I created it from unknown. Right? So powerful. And how I did that, I pretend playing. I went into the unknown, not knowing anything, and I started creating. I started playing with the reality. I started playing with the possibilities. I started playing pretend. It was play pretend. It was like a child's game, right? So you guys can do that. You can pretend play. You don't need to do any of the stupid stuff what people say to do, and you pay for that. It's not working, is it? Is it working? Do this. Play pretend. Start from this moment. Create from this moment, from today. Go into the unknown. Don't take any of the baggage with you. Just go into the unknown, different person, and create whatever you want to create. Whether it's a health, you become that person who's super healthy. You become that person who's super slim. You become that coach who's super successful in your pretend play. In your pretend play. And be in that moment. The ripples you're going to create in the reality, in the quantum world, it's going to be huge. It's all scientific. It's all scientific. It's proven. And I just told you how it came true for me, right? Now, what happened with... Let me find my notes. I think I missed it. And the secret was like, I was so happy and so content in my brain that my brain thought that it was real. the thoughts creates your result, right? The thoughts give you emotions and the feelings and the actions you take, and that creates a result. I started living like a twin mom. I started seeing them. I created my life around them in my head. And nobody has to know what you're doing in your head. You're doing it in your head. You don't need to talk about it with people. You don't need to show people what you're doing. You're just doing it in your head. You're just playing pretend in your head. You're just playing with the possibility. You're just playing with the universe. You're just playing with the God. You're letting him create, because you know what happens? Let me give you a little bit. When God was creating this world, what he said, be. And it happened. When he was creating humans, he said be. And we got created. When I entered the quantum field unknowingly, and what I did, I be a twin mom. And that got created in my real world. If you want to create something, if you want to create whatever you want, you just be in your head. Just be that. And just feel that. And just be in the energy of that. Whatever it is. Whether you want to create $2 million this year, whether you want to create 100K this month, whether you want to have beautiful slim body, whether you want to have babies, whether you want to have beautiful relationship, whether you want to have love of your life. Have that person who's already having that. And really live that. Really live that. Because I was living being a twin mom. I was living with them. I was feeding them. I was changing their diapers. I was playing with them. I brought them in my life, in my head. You can do that with you. The clients you want to work with, bring them in your life, in your head. Make space in your head for them. And then they'll come in your reality. Be a coach, an awesome coach in your head. And then it'll happen in your reality. Because then your subconscious mind is going to start to show the ways that it's going to be possible. Or is going to create these opportunities for you to be that person in real life. Because you are already being in your head. So your subconscious mind knows that this is who you are now. You don't have to rub crystals. You don't have to have multiple organisms. I did not do that. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. And when we teach this to Zoya, like what we work with Zoya, I don't tell her to, I don't tell my clients to journal. I don't tell my clients to do any of that stuff. Because I didn't do that for myself. And that happened. We just become that person who could do this. Be that person who can do what you want to do. And if you don't see it possible in your life, do it in your head. Pretend play. Be like a child. You know, children, when they play, when they pretend play, they are so happy and they're so excited. They become Superman and they think that they're flying like a Superman. They become Iron Man and they think they're like Iron Man, right? They are so happy. They're so excited. They think they are them. So we need to become like child. We need to go back to, that part of us and connect with that and be that. Because children, they don't hold grudges. Children, they don't feel hate. Children, they don't hate people. Children, they fight and then next day they again, friends. Right? That's who you need to be to bring what you want from quantum field in your reality. You don't carry your past with you. You don't. You just start from today. Create from today. Be like a child. In your head. You're probably thinking she's crazy. But no, this is what happened. Right, so that was so excited. It was like magical. And that was my experience of quantum leaping. And it didn't, that was the big thing. That was the biggest thing. But it started happening to me a long time before that. When I was pregnant, when you have these cravings, and when you're pregnant, like with my first child, and you have all these cravings, and I feel like having chips. I love chips. I was like, oh my god, I want to have chips, I want to have chips, I want to have chips. And then it's a long story, but it was not kind of possible. Even for a plate of chips, can you believe that? Anyway, so what happened was somebody else said, oh, we want to have it, and then we had it. If I wanted something and I was not being able to say that I wanted it, somebody else wanted those things and then I could have it, right? What happened one day was, we travel a lot. We travel a lot as a family, so we go to the places like countries here and there, blah, blah, blah. So what happened was we went on a trip, and when we were coming out of the plane, you have to go through the business class or the first class to get out, right? From economy to business and from first, and then you get out of the plane. So when I was walking and I was in the business class, and then I was in the first class, and then I looked at seats and I was like, oh, it's so nice. How would it be to travel in these seats? Like, how would it be nice? So nice, right? I wonder how it would feel. And then I just thought that, and then we came out. And then we went on our trip, and when after 2 weeks, when we coming back, we were at the airport waiting for the plane, and then something happened. They messed up the tickets, or God knows what it was. We had to wait for a long time for our flight. And then what happened? The flight was fully booked, and they somehow find seats for us. Like, we were 6 or 7, I can't remember now. So so the agents messed up with the seats. And then when we entered the plane and the air hostess told us to sit here, and it was, you know what? It was first class. They upgraded us. And within 2 weeks, I traveled in first class for free. Like, I have no words. Like, how did that happen? Miracles. How do you draw miracles to yourself? You just play. You just play. It is so beautiful. Like, start doing that and you'll see how your life gonna change. And I've done that for so many things I can't even remember now. It's like for so many things. Tiny things, big things, small thing, tiny things. And the biggest one was my twins. Biggest one were my twins. It was crazy. It was crazy. I wish I could show. If I had my phone, I would show you. I didn't even have my phone like until 2016, 2017. Yeah. So I got exposed to all this coaching industry and all this internet kind of thing after 2017, 2018. And I had my twins in 2017, and I was pregnant in 2014. And I play pretend in like 2014, beginning of 2014. So I didn't know that these things were existed. I didn't know that these studies were existed. So how did I do that? This is how I did it. How can you do that? This is how you can do it. You can play pretend, whatever you want to create in your life. Start from this moment. You can be anyone. You don't have to think about all the house. Just let go of all the house. Just be that person now and play pretend. Because when we are playing pretend, we're just creating as we go, right? We're creating as we go. We don't have to think about all the answers, right? When you are playing pretend, you don't think about all the answers right now, like whatever. It's like play as you go. Right? So now, how we did this with Zoya? Her story now. We started working together when like we were friends on Facebook. I was talking about the business and the sales and all of that stuff, and she got really interested. She was a teacher. She reached out. We started talking. She said, I really want to do what you're doing. She didn't have any coaching business. She was not even a coach, and we just figured like what she wanted to do. So we started her coaching business, and we did that. And she wanted to be in relationship space because that's what she wanted to do. So then she became a relationship coach. We started bringing in clients, 5 clients every 90 days. So she was working one client 5K. So she was working with she was making 5K each client and worked with whole year with about 25 one-on-one clients. That's too much. And she's a mom. She's got kids. She's a teacher. She's got a job. So it was too much for her. Right? Working with those people, she had experience. She learned a lot about people, about relationships. She grew, right, in her coaching. She became that person even better and better and better. Now she wanted to work with less people and bring in more money. So how did we do? We switched her offer, and because she already had so much experience, she already learned so much, so she could help on a bigger scale. She already quantum leaped in her skill. Now she had to quantum leap in her income. So one quantum leap had already happened. Like she was already playing on that level where she could receive that much, right? In her knowledge, in her skill, in her coaching, she was already that person. Now we just match the value to the person who could pay her for that much. And then that's how we determine the value she was bringing to the person's life and how much value that's going to be for them. So they'll be happy to pay her for whatever she wanted to charge. Simple. If you are making a particular amount in your business, if you made one sale, and if you made $1,000 or $2,000 or even $5,000, and now you want to make more, what you do is, what happen is, like, when you are receiving a certain amount, you are energetically open to receive that much at a certain point. But if you want to raise the bar in receiving, then you have to raise the bar in giving. So you have to know. So it goes like how much value you bring into somebody's life, and then whatever you're doing for that person, how much is that valuable to that person and how much they would pay. So it goes in relationship, health, money. How much money are you going to help them make or help them save? How the relationship's going to improve, what's going to happen there, how their health's going to improve, how much that valuable to them. And then we bring that down to numerical value, and we see, like, if the numerical value to that person is like 100K or like 50,000, and you want to charge like 10K or 20,000, if you can do that. Because then energetically you see, like, if you're helping them make 100K or helping them save 100K, then you can charge 10K, right? Because you know the value, how much value you bring into somebody's life. So that's how you open yourself energetically to the money you want to make, right? And then she was in this energy because she was already helping these people, and she was already had grown so much. So she was already in the energy of receiving that much money. And then that happened very quickly for her. But for you, if you want to do that, create from this moment, who you are being in this moment, what kind of coach you're being in this moment, what you can do in this moment for somebody. Start playing pretend. It's going to help you so much. How do you do that for your business? Be the best in this moment. Like I said before, be the best coach. Take out all your skill, combine them together. What you can do for somebody with all that knowledge you have. How much you can help them leap. Because what you can do for them is how you can do for you. Right? Be the best coach who can deliver epic results. Be the best mentor who can transform lives in this moment. Know what you can do now. Know what you can do now. Right? With all the skills you've learned, who you are today. Not who you were today. I invested so much. I da-da-da-da-da. It didn't work out. Forget that. Delete that. Who you are in this moment. Build from there. Right? Because when in this moment you're the best, you feel worthy and deserving of receiving. You radiate and vibrate on a different level. You create ripples, constant ripples in the quantum field that attracts whatever you want in your business at a very different scale. And things move fast. Things move really fast. Right? Because in a matter of days, you will get what you want. Whether you want to, and it's like you're raising your hand and grabbing it from quantum field. It's like that easy. Right? Whether it's 3 35K clients or 4 20K clients or 5 25K clients or whatever, whether it's your first 10K or whether it's your first 5K or whether it's just your first sale. It doesn't matter how big or how small. The scale, it doesn't matter. It's about being in that state constantly, creating constant ripple, because that's going to be your signature in the field. And that's what you have to see, like, what are you creating in this moment? Who you are being in this moment? Are you somebody who can make first sale today? Are you somebody who can show somebody value in your work and get paid for it today? Be that person today in this moment. And you will create whatever you want, whether it's life, whether it's relationship, whether it's health, whether it's wealth, whatever it is, big or small, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Right? This is so beautiful and I'm so happy I did it. Because when you start doing it and when you see it happening for yourself, you're going to be in love with this so much and you're going to do it all the time. You're going to do it for little things, you're going to do it for big things, you're going to do it all the time. It's like pretend play all the time. And you can get like 105K in like 30 days or weeks or months. Like, who knows? Who knows? Like, what happens? Anything can happen, right? Anything is possible. That's my mantra now. Anything is possible. Anything we want. Anything we want. Put it in the comments. Anything we want is possible. So remember this. All your desires have been given to you with the path to lead you forwards. Because, God, universe, I say God, you guys say whatever. So God lives within our heart. Okay, he's very close to us. And when we have these heart's desires, they're like divine things to us. Like, that's what he wants us to do, because that's why he's giving them to us, like as desire, in the form of desires. So this is what he wants for us. Like, he wanted me to have twins. It's not that he didn't want me to have twins. He wanted me to have twins. So he gave me this desire when I was 15 years old. And my whole life was preparing me for this moment. All my experiences, all what I've learned, how I being mom to my other kids, everything, all my experiences were getting me ready for this moment where I could be a good mom to my twins. Or I had all the knowledge and all the wisdom to look after them, like what I do now. If they were my firstborn, I was not able to look after, because I was so young at that point. I was like, 20 years old? I was so young at that point. Like, I didn't know how to pick up the baby. Forget about looking after twins. Like, I would go mad. And then all the experiences I had throughout my life, it prepared me emotionally, mentally, physically, wisdom-wise. I have so much knowledge and wisdom now for my twins, which I didn't have it at that point. So the desire will lead you, will help you walk towards your path, because that's destined for you. It is for you. It's there for you in this moment. Like, it was available to me all the time. I just couldn't see it because I didn't know about it. Now when I know this, now when I don't know this, I can see how my desires are leading me to where I want to go. I have faith and I'm moving forward with, clear intention. Like, I know where I'm going. Whether I go fast or slow, it doesn't matter. I know where I'm going. So your desires are leading you towards somewhere. They are real. Whatever you want right now, whatever desires you have right now, is already available for you. And it'll take you there. You'll get there. Eventually, whether fast or quick, you will get there. So have trust and faith in whatever's coming, because everything is going to be put together like everything got put together for me. It's all going to be put together for you in a beautiful, beautiful way. And when you sit down and look back, you're going to be like, what a journey, what a life, and it's all beautiful. And it will all make sense. It will all make sense. And you're going to be so happy. So yeah, that is awesome and that is amazing. And it did not involve any of the rubbing, any of the bathing, any of the stuff, any of the writing things, nothing. That's why I don't do any of that. That's why I don't even teach that. But what I teach you is this. This is what I teach you. Be that person who could do things. Be that person now who could do things. Whatever you want to do. and you have all the abilities to be that person now. It's not that you have to buy these abilities from it. They're within you. They're inside your soul. All this is coming from your soul. This is what my brand is, from soul to success. That's how you create success through, like, this is what from soul to success is. That's what it is. So yes, lean in, move forward with trust, faith, and belief in the present moment, because your present moment is the moment where you create whatever you want to create. And you will create your life the way you want. Okay, so that was it. I hope you guys liked it, because I loved it and I prepared it with all my heart and all my soul, and I wanted to give you everything I know. So this is the whole thing. Take it, start creating your thing now. I made it free. I wanted it to be available for everybody, because so many people are suffering. So many people are throwing money at things that's not working, and that's really sad to see. It's really sad to see. So start playing pretend. Start playing with your desires. Start playing with the universe, and you will create whatever you want, like this, in this moment. Close your eyes and be that person who's making thousands. Okay, so before I start to cry, because I think I'm gonna cry now. All right, so now I'm gonna make my offers. Now the programs from 0 to 5K, if you are not making any money in your business, if you're making less than 5K, if you have one client or two clients, and you want to make 5K at a time, then from 0 to 5K is for you. It's for coaches and consultants who want to make their first 5K and then want to make their next 100K. So it's 5K at a time to 100K, whatever. It's whatever you want to make, because Nirmala made 15K right out of the gate from this program. So, anything is possible. Anything is possible. So from 0 to 5K for new coaches and consultants who have never made any money, or who are making money but haven't made their first 5K, this program is for you. Now, Arkenstone bundle. Now, I'm not going to sell that Arkenstone. I've changed that. I've pulled the single Arkenstone out. Now, I'm selling it as a bundle. So you're going to get from 0 to 5K, the whole program and the Arkenstone together in one, because they both complement each other. So I thought it's better if you have both together, because it's going to quantum leap you so much. It's going to help you so much, because in Arkenstone, I'm going to be working with you one-on-one. We'll be finding out what's your secret nectar is, what you're good at, what your special thing is. We're going to turn that into your Arkenstone. Like, we're going to see what we can sell with this thing that's going to make you so much money. So what's going to be your money making idea? Then we're going to find people, like, who is going to be perfect fit for what you can do. And then we're going to talk to them, we're going to bring them in, and then we're going to make sales. So this is like, and now it was 6 weeks before, but now I've made it into 8 weeks, because I want you to start making money from week 1, and then we want to double it, and then we want to double it. So it's going to be very good. It is action packed, full with support, and it's very good if you already are making 5 to 10K in your business, and now you want to make 20K, 30K, or you want to sign big clients like 15K clients, 5K clients, 15K, 10K plus clients if you want to sign. So Arkenstone is for you. And if you're making less than 5K, from 0 to 5K is for you. Okay, so these are the 2 programs right now for you. I'm going to do another live stream, and I'm going to talk to you about something very good. So if you want to come live for that, put it in the comments or message me, and I'm going to tell you when I'm going to be doing that, which is going to be very soon, in next few days. Okay, so that's it from me. That's it for now, and I'll see you in the next time. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any question, put it in the comments or DM me if you want to join the programs. I love you all. Create whatever you want to create from present moment. Play with the universe. Pretend play. It's all in your hand. It's all in your hands. You can do this. You can do this. And then come and tell me what you are creating, and come and tell me that you have created something awesome. Okay? I would really love to know that, and it's going to make me really happy if I could help you in any way. So I'm waiting for you. Bye. Love you guys.